Studies show that having an attachment item is actually very healthy, and psychologists recommend to not take it away from children because they do help reduce anxiety, especially around separation from loved ones. I'm going to teach you how to encourage attachment to an item if your child does not already bond with something in particular. Your child has an attachment item, sometimes also called a lovey or a comfort object, you might notice already that there is only one. You cannot replace it. You cannot buy a duplicate of the exact same item. They know the difference. It's actually embedded in like their everything. You can't replace it, so you can never lose it, and you can never forget it somewhere. You need to have it with you at all times for them to function. Research actually shows that 70% of children do become attached to some sort of special item, usually where they sleep or close to where they sleep. Up until the age of 5, they usually take this object everywhere they go, car rides, trips, especially if they're going to be away from mom and dad, and it's an object that they need with them all the time. As they get older, it just becomes an object that they sleep with. As an adult, I know that we tend to feel the same way about things. Sometimes you might have a favorite sweater or a favorite cup. You always have to have your coffee in that mug or something. Some people even still have their special childhood or baby item to this day. I personally didn't have something that I was extremely attached to. I have family members who I grew up with who did, and so I know the importance of like this special item, and they still have it today. I think it's adorable, and I think it's really good for you. There's absolutely no reason why you can't find comfort in an object. On sad days, I go for my favorite sweater always, or like even like a blanket now. On my bed, I like to have just like those comfort objects. It's interesting how an object can make you feel so good, but it does. It's true. Come spend the day with my son and I. He has a special item, his blankie, which he has had since he was born. He pretty much always slept with it. I brought it in the car a lot. Like I tucked him into his little car seat with it, and it was by his crib, in his crib. I can't totally remember. I think it was in his crib, actually. I know they say don't put blankies in their crib and stuff. We co-slept, so he had this particular blanket near him at all times, and he grew attached to it. I started noticing it probably around between 4 and 6 months that he would gravitate towards it. And then once I noticed that he was gravitating towards this one blanket, I encouraged it. I would always give it to him and just make sure that that one particular blanket was always around. Now, he is about to start preschool and he will have nap time there, so I'm a little bit concerned because I don't really want Blanky to go carting back and forth between school and home. I would have to watch that thing so much. So he has this stuffed animal. It's a baby beluga whale, which he has also had pretty much since he was born. And when he was little, he didn't care about it at all, but I recently found it because it got lost. And I have been encouraging him to get attached to it so that he can take baby Beluga to preschool with him. I'm going to teach you how to encourage attachment to an item if your child does not already bond with something in particular. This, I think, is so beneficial, especially as they get older and there's more separation between like the parents and the child. It teaches them how to comfort themselves with something else besides mommy or daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to read books and cuddles? Where's baby Beluga?
Okay.
I think baby Beluga's in bed already. Should we go find him?
Under the bed.
Under the blankie?
Yeah.
Should we put Blanky in bed?
Yeah.
got Blanky and Beluga. You ready?
Yeah.
Mommy likes cuddling with baby Beluga. You ready for some cuddles? Floyd is awake and wants to play outside. So I figured now is a good time to kind of explain to you how I encourage the comfort object. The best example I have is right now I'm trying to encourage the baby Beluga because I want him to take it to preschool. And so I give it to him all the time. I always make sure it's everywhere we go. And I show a lot of affection and love, and I act very interested in it as if it's my special comfort object. So I always say, I need it to cuddle. I want to sleep with baby Beluga. Where's baby Beluga? And then he always says, no, mine. I've been doing this for like a week now, and it's already working really well. I chose an object that I knew would kind of work, something that he has been familiar with for a long time, that I knew I had a good chance of getting attached to. Time will tell how it goes when it comes to nap time at preschool, but he already now asks for it and wants Blanky and Beluga Whale.
Who's that? Maybe a bee.
Watch this trick, okay? Mommy's gonna take Blanky and go lay in bed, okay? You wanna come? Okay, you come. Let's lay down. We gotta get Blanky. Come lay down with Blanky. Right there. And Beluga. Okay. Put Beluga. Mama will hold Beluga. Okay, you're gonna hide?
Yeah.
Okay, Mama has Beluga. She's gonna hold baby Beluga while we read, okay? Oh, you want baby Beluga? Oh, okay, you can hold baby Beluga. So the benefit of having an attachment object like that is that you can use it in your advantage so much. So whenever I do nap time or bedtime, I usually grab Blanky, and now I started grabbing Beluga Whale and saying, oh, me and Beluga or me and Blanky are gonna go have a lay down. In situations sometimes that really, really helps. There's never any arguing. There's never any like debate. He goes where Blanky goes. I first noticed how beneficial this was when I night weaned him from breastfeeding. I used Blanky for like comfort and cuddles instead of boob, pretty much, and it worked really, really well. It gives them something that they're attached to besides you. As a mom, I mean, it is hard to let go of like that attachment, but it's good for them to have something that is their own to be attached to. This will give him an opportunity to have sleepovers at like Nana's house, Grandma and Grandpa's house or something, or like when we go to families' houses, he will be able to hopefully sleep without me. We do somewhat co-sleep still. He's actually sleeping with Daddy in one bed right now, and I'm sleeping in another bed, which is another step that we're trying to build towards him just being more of an independent sleeper. He doesn't have to sleep in his own room, but we do hope he sleeps in his own bed, because his bed in our tiny house on wheels where we live normally, not in this giant house, is right beside our bed in our sleeping loft. So he has his own space. I just want him to stay in there. So if you get one thing from this video, mostly what's the best way to create attachment to an object is to pick an object that they sleep with and love that object as much as you would want them to love that object, and show them how much it means to you and how important it is, and they will naturally form that bond on their own as well. It's very common for children to create attachment to something. And I think it's worth it. If you're one of those people that still has your like baby comfort object, drop a comment in the comment section below. No shame. Like, I think that it's so cool. I think that it's a really interesting way of looking at humanity and how we are attached to things, and that you still like have it. Like, why not? I definitely think that there's nothing wrong and no shame in having a comfort object still. I have comfort objects as like an adult, like certain blankets that I need, or sweaters, mostly sweaters and blankets. See, it's like cozy things. Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you're new here. I am 30 and a half weeks pregnant, so I got lots of stuff coming up about baby. Wonder what this new little Bubs attachment item will be. I will say like small stuffed animal would be more convenient than this giant blanket that Floyd carries around, and he drags it through dirt and the bathroom, and I have to like personally like let go. Like the airport, oh my god, the airplane. See, you can take attachment items places, and they are so helpful. Thanks for watching. As always, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. We'll have a good rest of our evening, and I'll see you in the next video.